With a 38th overall selection in the 2021 NHL Draft, the Vegas Golden Knights have selected Daniil Chayka.
He shoots the puck really well. He's got good reach. He defends with a little bit of bite, and he's a good skater for his size.
And here's Chayka, finds himself in the clear. Scores! Daniil Chayka, overtime hero tonight.
Joining me now is Guelph Storm defenseman Daniil Chayka, drafted 38th overall to the Vegas Golden Knights in the 2021 NHL Draft. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
No problem. You've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I think you said, you've had this dream of being drafted to the NHL since you were 14 years old and came over to Canada to play hockey. I have to ask, has the feeling really set in yet?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for sure. I still have that, crazy feeling inside my head, after the draft. Yeah, as you said, I were waiting for that moment for a long time. So when the Vegas picked me, me and my family were really excited.
That's awesome. You're in Moscow right now. Maybe you can tell me what your weekend looked like after you heard your name called out.
I went to outside of Moscow to see my family, and we watched the draft together. It was a really exciting moment when I got drafted, and then I just tried to spend time with my family and just have a nice dinner, talk a little bit about everything, have fun, and so something like that. And a few days like that, and then I came back to downtown and started to practice again, and just the same routine.
Awesome. So definitely, such an exciting time for you and your family. And I know we had spoken before, and you said you couldn't help. You were a little bit nervous heading into the draft, but then that nervousness just quickly turned to excitement, right?
Yeah, for sure. When you hear your name, that's no more nervous. They're just I don't know, even how to explain that feeling is just something incredible. So
definitely a hard feeling to explain. Now, based on your previous conversations, did you have any idea that Vegas was going to be the team that drafted you?
In the winter time, I guess, we had a Zoom interview, and I kind of had a good feeling about them, and me and my agent were talking about what number I can go to the draft, and I were understanding what I will go late first or the second round, and they have the almost the last pick in the first round, and the one in the beginning of the second round, and I'm yeah, it's something where I think I can go. And after I had a Zoom interview with them, as I said, good feeling, I think we had a good interview. I tried to show myself from the best side. So, and I worked a little bit. I had a hope about getting drafted to the Vegas because it's such a good organization, cool place to play, and their fan base, their organization, everything is on the highest level.
That's great. I know you said you've never been to Vegas before, but it's a pretty lively place with a great fan base, as you said. So I'm sure you're pretty excited to get started and to get the opportunity to live and play there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait to see that city. Of course, I know a lot about that city. Because it's such a popular place to go, and we had a kind of the development camp right now on a Zoom with Vegas, and they invited a few NHL players there, and they were talking about living in Vegas too, and they said it's an amazing place to live. They have a the noisy places where you can go have fun, and on the other side they have the quiet places where you can just chill and stuff like that. So I heard only good things about that place.
You're this two-way defenseman who, you like to jump in the rush. You have a really good shot from the blue line. Why do you feel you're a good pick for them?
I would say maybe let's say they may love me as a hockey player, but as a like we had a 3 day development camp, and like I understand like they pick like the guys who they like really see as a like good people in life, and like like you have to be like a really good guy and unselfish person and a player like often on the ice, and like as they told us about like their routine in a development camp, and like the first things they do, like they try to help people and all that stuff, like so I would say like maybe because I'm a nice guy or something.
Yeah, last time we spoke, I remember you pointed out that you are a nice guy. It's really obviously that's something that they really see in you, so that's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, dialing things back a bit, you came to Canada at 14 years old to play hockey. You saw success with the Toronto Junior Canadiens, winning an OHL Cup before joining the Guelph Storm, winning an OHL championship in your rookie season. Technically, you're still reigning champions as well. Maybe just a few words on how special that championship team was in Guelph.
Oh yeah, for sure. It were like amazing season, like the one I will never forget in my life. But yeah, like the beginning of the season, like we had like not like the decent, like we had a like really good team, but like I do not think like what most of the people like thought would like we have a big chance to win the championship, and like of course after we had a chance to trade some players, like our coach and the GM George Burnett made like so many good trades to our team, like we got so many good players, and like Nick Suzuki and those type of players, and of course like after that, like before the playoffs, I would say like we were like one of the top team like to win the championship, and like yeah, maybe like we had a little bit of struggle like in the start to the second round when we were losing 3-0, but like it's been an incredible playoffs, like 3 series like with the comebacks, like 3-0, like 3-1 and 2-0, like that's I will never forget. And like I didn't have a chance to play a lot, like I didn't get ice time, but just watch those type of players play in the ice that time, and I would say it was like a crazy experience for me, and like the big thing would help me like a lot in my development.
Memorable win for the organization coming back like that. And you mentioned a few big names on that team. Who were some of the teammates you were really able to learn from, and who kind of maybe helped you with the transition a little bit?
I would say Dmitry Samrukov. He helped me a lot, and like on the ice and off the ice, just like I knew him for a few years before the golf, and yeah, of course, like he helped me a lot, like in the dressing room, like in the city, like with the language a little bit, and of course, like the biggest thing, like on the ice, was I played kind of like the minor midget hockey before the OHL, and when I came to OHL, it's a big difference. Like it's everything is faster. Like sometimes you have to make something more simple, and like he teaches me all those things a little bit. So big thank you to this guy.
You follow Samorukov as the third Russian defenseman from the Guelph Storm taken in the NHL draft. Now you kind of spoke to this a bit, but yeah, maybe you can just kind of explain how the OHL as a league has really helped you prepare for the NHL jump.
Yeah, for sure. I would say it's one of the best leagues in the world, like for your development at that age. And like as I see right now, like I had a three-day development camp, and I like they told us like the things what they do on those camps, and I kind of like thought a little bit about like what we did in Guelph, and I understand like OHL, like I would say the CHL, and it's like it's kind of like like a little NHL, and they try to do everything what they do in NHL. They try to make you ready like even to the development camps, but like what like they do those things, and like what you did them like in Guelph or something like that. And of course, like on the ice, it's a very high level of hockey in that league, and like so many talented players play there, like so many like future NHL players play in OHL, and of course, like the Guelph as a organization, just such a good place, like the coach and all those things, the staff, the fans, and like big thank you to Guelph for sure.
How has George Burnett and the coaching staff in Guelph really helped you develop into an NHL prospect?
I would say like it started like the first thing for me were like the first year playoffs, of course, and the second big thing for me what happened in Guelph. It's my second year in Guelph, is like I kind of got more ice time because so many guys left the team, and like coach trusted me like the power play, and like 6-on-5 situations, and I played some big minutes in the important games, and like you get a big confidence after like that happens to you, like when you play a lot of ice time, and you get a chance to play in a power play or something like that. So it builds your confidence after those moments, and I would say after that season, I improved a lot, like in my game, and of course, like unfortunately, like I didn't get a chance to play a third season, but look forward to the fourth season in OHL.
With no OHL season this past year, you had the opportunity to kind of play on a few different teams. Can you kind of talk about what that experience was like?
Yeah, it were like really good experience for me. I were really excited what I got a chance to play, and like it's been a like little bit of struggle in the beginning, and it wasn't like the easiest thing to play like in three different teams when like you did not like really know like where you're gonna play like tomorrow, or like where you're gonna go to the practice, but like still like good experience, and especially like what I got like 11 games in the KHL, and coach trusted me to play some important games in that league, and it's somebody will say like only 11 games, but I would say like they like kind of changed my game a lot, because like it's a big difference between the juniors and like the pro hockey, and I kind of like I got a feeling like a little bit like how is it like on that level, like I played my teammates were like some like I don't know like Stanley Cup champions and those type of players, and I learned a lot from those guys, and big thank you to the head coach, because like he kind of like kept me on a team for all the playoffs, and like we lost in the finals, and it was like a big experience for me too. Just like it's a different hockey on the cage, like on a pro level.
We mentioned the OHL Cup, of course, the OHL Championship with the Guelph Storm. Now, you've also won an under-17 championship. You've won a Hlinka Gretzky title, and you helped Russia to gold at the World Junior A Challenge a couple of Decembers ago. How does having such a winning history kind of help you heading into the NHL draft?
Like I would say, yeah, it were like really good tournaments. Yeah, like I'm really excited. Like I got a chance to play on those tournaments and win them too. But like it were like all about the team. Like we had like a really good coach and a really good team. Like we've been like all together for like 3 years during those tournaments, and like we got like really close to each other. Like there's like it were like the team almost like didn't change like every tournament. Like we always had like all like the same guys, and like 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 really we got really close like in the dressing room, and that like kept on our game, and I think that's like why we had a success like on those tournaments, and of course that helps like to get better, and like your confidence goes higher, and I would say like that kind of helps you to get like one step closer to the NHL or something like that.
Is there anyone you would love to just take the opportunity to thank right now for helping you get to this point?
Of course, like my family, and first my agents, my friends. Like it's a lot of names like to say, but I would just say like my family, friends, and agents. Like because they were like all the way like around me, and like like when I had a good games, good tournaments, bad games, like maybe like sometimes I felt like, oh, like that's it, like it's really like one of the worst games of my life, and I want to quit. But like they always have like a good words like for me, like to say something what like will bring me back, like my mood. And so a big thank you to them.
When you heard your name called out, did anyone who reached out to you from the Vegas Golden Knights organization?
So the first guy who reached out to me, it's Will Nickel. He kind of like he connects with their prospects, and like he said like congrats to me, and like said about like the few interviews that I have to do, like had to be like right away, and just have talked a little bit about that, and I'm just a great person, and right away like I understand like it's a really good organization, like so.
Awesome. And what message do you have for Golden Knights fans?
No, just can't wait to see you guys and feel that atmosphere you guys bring to the games.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see you become a part of that. Thank you so much, Daniil. Really, really appreciate your time. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.